AFCON 2023 and Mali have beaten Bafana Bafana 2-0. The Eagles just outclassed Bafana Bafana. This L, I'm putting it on the coach. Hugo Bruce, this one is on you. Like, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Mali kept on pressing South Africa through the middle. These guys kept on trying to pass the ball through the same middle. Mali are compact, they're pressing you down the middle. Even the commentator said it sometime in the second half. At some point, they had lost the ball 4 times that led to 4 chances. And the commentator was like, yo, you're messing with the footballing gods, yeah? When they give you another chance, yeah, don't mess with them again. But who are South Africa? Who are they? Who are they? These boys decided to keep passing through the middle. And that is how Mali won the ball. And they won a free kick, which was taken by Koita. By the way, I was watching this game and I watched the Mauritania game. And the 2 games, Mauritania and Mali both have a guy named Koita who both can take amazing free kicks. So it looks like this Koita name is a free kick taker's name. Eh? So yeah, Koita takes the free kick. And at first Mali thought it was a penalty, but yeah, it was a free kick. The ball was saved by the goalkeeper, went off the post, and none other than the captain Amari Traore in to slot the first goal. And I think that goal just broke South African hearts. And at that point, you could just tell that they've given in. A few minutes later, of course, they give the ball again through the middle, and they give it to who was it who got the ball? They give it straight through the middle, like literally through the same way the Mali were pressing. And at this point, I'm wondering, guys, like, what are we doing here? In your own third, why are you still trying to pass the ball through the middle, right? The ball ended up with Kamuri Doumbia, who then assisted Lassine Sinayoko for the second goal. At that point, now it was just cruise control for Mali. They just saw it through. But yeah, of course, I'm giving the blame to the coach, Hugo Bruce. But also, pass it out. You need to take your chances, bro. Like, South Africa said the game bright. Like the first 10 minutes or so, they just started bright. They had so much energy, and it felt like Mali were just like trying to fill out the game at first, right? One thing I realized about Mali, they don't have much pace up front, so they're not a counter-attacking threat. If you even look at the formation that South Africa played, they ended up playing a centre-back, a defensive midfielder at centre-back, because they knew that there's not much of a threat in terms of pace, right? But with that being said, when after South Africa got all that initial gra-gra, as my friend Achoba would say, when they got it out of their system, even after the missed penalty, the penalty, by the way. The penalty. What was that, Pasitao? And even before the penalty, they kept on playing hot potato with the ball. They give, I don't know who. They gave Evidence got the ball. I don't know who else got the ball. Then finally, they give it to Pasitao, who just skies it. Just skies, like insane. Yeah, what was I saying? I keep forgetting what I'm saying. Yeah, once they got that out of their system, once they got the initial pressure, the penalty miss out of their system, Mali just said, okay, let's just go back to our strengths. We're good at playing with the ball, and these guys cannot play well with, like, when we pressure them, and when they win the ball back, we pressure them high so that they're not causing us problems. Because anytime South Africa were coming into the Mali D, by the time they just cross halfway line, they're looking for the crossfield ball to Aubrey Modiba, it worked a couple of times. Like, Aubrey Modiba, for me, a very impressive left back. Like, his positioning is really good. He's quite pacey. He's shifty. Decision making is also slightly better than what I've seen so far from left backs. And I think this was the first game where both teams had fullbacks that were marauding forward, right? Like, on the left side, it was Modiba versus Camara. So Camara was trying to push forward the AC Milan defender, and also Modiba is also trying to push up forward, and it was just a good, like, tactical match between those two. But yeah, that was the outball South Africa kept on looking for, and it was working. And I don't know why at some point now you're like, okay, let's try these ground balls in our own half and see how we can beat them. 4 times or won 4 times, 4 chances, and yeah, it just all ended up. So yeah, both goals came from their mistakes. So again, this one I put on the coach. That outball to Modiba was always on. The pass to Pasita was always on. If you're trying to play that low ball, like low through ball, do it once you cross the halfway line, right? Don't try and do it in your own half. Like, it's just the patterns of play. Like, there's just something missing in the midfield. They don't know how to transition from their own third to the middle third. That is the biggest problem with this South African side that I've seen. They're quite pacey. They have lively players. Yeah, I mean, they were supposed to win this game, or they were at least supposed to get something from this game. The fact that they didn't, and they had so many chances, had they not been creating chances, for me, that would have been a bigger issue, right? But it's the trying to force things from the back that is not working, and Bafana just needs to do better on that front. Obviously, Haidara coming in the second half, Haidara also had an amazing chance, but that one also came from another South African mistake. Them trying to play to the middle, and the ball won high up by the Malians. So, again, guys, it's actually weird. Before Hamari scored the first goal, South Africa had time wasting. This was like in the 58th minute, and I'm like, dude, what are you guys doing? Guys, it's too early for this. And then they got scored, and it's like, okay, things have changed, yeah? But, yeah. This was a bad loss by guys. I wouldn't call it a bad loss. It was an avoidable loss, not an unavoidable loss. It was avoidable. Like they would have taken their chances earlier. They would have stopped making dumb mistakes from the back. I feel like they had Mali's number in the sense of Mali are not great in counter-attacking. And the thing is, if you score that goal early, then now you can play on the back foot, right? And you have already shown you are quite pacey moving forward. You've put both centre backs in trouble. What's his name? Niakate got a yellow card from the inadvertent elbow that ended up to the penalty, which VAR gave. And then Kuyate brought down evidence, which, again, going into halftime, both centre-backs are on yellow cards. So you had a chance there to like put them under more pressure, which you didn't. But also credit to Mali because they kept the ball. They never gave them a chance to. They didn't give them that many opportunities in the second half. They kept the ball well. They passed it around well, And yeah, game ended 2-0. So obviously, the Bafana will take on. Who are they playing? Bafana take on Namibia in the next game. This is a Kosafa derby, the Southern African teams. And then Tunisia are playing Mali, which is an enticing game because Tunisia lost to Namibia, so they need points. And if you guys have been following AFCON and qualifiers, especially for the World Cup, Tunisia are the team that knocked out Mali, so Mali couldn't make it to the Qatar World Cup. So there's a bit of incentive on both sides to actually put one over the other. So yeah, Group E is just heating up nicely. That is Africa Cup of Nations. Day 4 is a wrap. Peace.